Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is. What's up? My name is Michael Marshall, and I'm working on my master's in media design. Since earliest I can remember, creativity has always been a big part of who I am. Whether it's through art, fashion, or branding, my goal has always been to inspire people and build something meaningful, something that combines creativity, purpose, and connection. Growing up, I was obsessed with art. I grabbed a fresh printer paper from the printer and create entire worlds on one page. When I ran out of space on that paper, I just grabbed another one. I remember my mom keeping huge stacks of my doodles, and I'm pretty sure she still has it from back then. Then the 5th grade, everything changed, and basketball entered the picture, and that became my whole life. I put my energy into sports and competition, thinking I'd find myself there. But even while chasing that dream, something always felt off. Eventually, that desire for creativity came back, but this time through clothes. I started out just wanting the freshest shoes to the freshest fits. But soon enough, I was sketching and designing and dreaming of making it my own, getting inspired by the likes of Virgil Abloh, Kanye West, Jerry Lorenzo, to name a few, the people who looked like me and made me believe it was possible. By senior year, I was walking around calling myself a fashion designer, even though I didn't have one design done. And come to think of it, I didn't even have a name for the brand. But the same year, that was a real turning point for me. Basketball, the thing that I poured myself into so much for so long, didn't work out. I had no offers to play in college, and my so-called fashion brand was just sketches and a notebook. And at 17 years old, that was devastating. I felt like my world was falling apart, and that's when I finally turned to God. Not because I grew up in church, even though I did, and not out of tradition anymore, but because I felt like I had no other option, searching for my purpose again. Around that time, I came across a sermon called Damaged Goods, and it just talked about how our imperfections don't define us, and that despite our flaws, we can still be used for something greater. That hit me hard. That name Damaged Goods stuck with me, and fast forward a few years, with a lot of trial, a lot of error, about 4 semesters through college, and a year of studying abroad in Florence, Italy, that name finally made it to a t-shirt, then it made it to a sweatshirt, then it made it to a whole bunch of different other pieces, and it became a whole brand. Looking back, I could see how my journey connects with what Robert Greene calls finding your life's task. His strategy helped me make sense of the ups and downs. For example, reconnecting with my childhood passions was huge for me. Greene says that the tasks that we're destined for is often presented to us at an early age. My passion for creating had been with me since I was a kid, and I didn't even realize it. Another strategy was occupying the perfect niche. That taught me to combine what I love and what the world needs. For me, that's creating a brand like Damaged Goods, something more than just clothes, but a message behind it for hope that inspires hope for people who feel broken. Then there's avoiding the false path. Greene talked about how chasing validation from others can leave you empty. I felt like I was trying for so long to meet expectations put on me versus what I actually desired. And the strategy that really stuck with me for a long time is finding a way back. When basketball didn't work out, it felt like failure, but it was actually redirection. That setback pushed me into creativity, and I wouldn't be here without it. Now I know that my life's task here is to use that creativity to connect with others, and that my niche is about blending art, fashion, and faith into something that's real and relatable. And to move forward in the next 3 weeks, the first thing that I'm gonna do is release one new piece of clothing from my brand and allow it to reflect my brand's message and connect with my audience, which I'm aiming to release on December 20th. And then secondly, I'm gonna grow my social media by posting 3 TikToks or 2 Instagram reels every week. And my goal from that is to gain at least 150 followers by December 20th. Wish me luck. These goals are small steps, but they're a part of something bigger. For me, it's not just about making clothes or building a brand, but it's about creating something that reminds people, even when they feel broken, that it's enough. Thank you for listening if you listened, and I'm excited to see where your journey to mastery takes you. Thank you.